Sammy just got here and her and mom are in the shed washing. And I'm gonna go down and start pulling the rainbirds out of our irrigation pipe. They're washing the bell pepper that we got picked earlier today, which now there's not near as many as there was. Mom's putting them through. Sammy's catching them. And you can just see how nice they are. Shiny, good size. They go through there, they wash on the brushes, they come out here onto the sponges, dry off, and then they get packed. After they get packed, then they go in the cooler, which is right there. And here's all the tomatoes that Mom got out of the upper high tunnel. I think there's around 15 boxes altogether. These are our fake crow decoys to spook the crows out of our watermelon. More green than anything, but still some really nice red ones too. It's so dry that I even had to water down where we're working all the time, just because it's gotten to be like a dusty mess every single time you drive through it. Then it all blows in the shed and it's just annoying. So I watered it down. Hopefully that'll keep the dust down for a little while anyway. Here's the garlic field that Dad got plowed and disked. It's like powder though, again, because it's so dry. Starts back there, right above our pond, and it will go all the way out, down over the hill here. I don't know exactly how many feet, but I would say around 500. The dill is still going strong after like 6 or 7 frosts. Started back there at the Kubota, we cleaned it all the way up to here, and we don't even know what to do with the rest of it. It's not selling quite as good this late in the season because there's no pickles, and not as many people use it for drying and like season like fish and stuff like that over the winter as much as they do pickles. So it's just, you know, not as popular now. But it's a real shame because it is extremely beautiful and it is, I guess, perfect as you could want it to be. It come out on head, like I didn't think it was gonna make it just because of how cold it got. But now we got this warmer weather, it's gonna be 80 tomorrow and it's doing perfect. The only thing it could use is some water, just like everything else. But either way, it's there. And if you're nearby, definitely stop in because we've got it for sale. So this will be pretty simple. It's not gonna be hard. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time because there's 2 runs. I got this one here and another one up there, if you can see that. Right there starts the first one. And so all I'm gonna do is I'll start over here because it'll be easier. Go down and pull out these rainbirds, which I don't know why they're named a rainbird, but that's the name they have gotten. And this is the rainbird right here. It even says rainbird right there, if you can read that. And so how it works is the water flows through this 3-inch pipe, gets pushed up through, comes out this little nozzle right there, and then as it spits water, it makes this thing flap, spinning it around in circles and watering everything nice and even. And so to stack though on the wagon, it just makes it really difficult when these are in the way. So all I'll do is take my wrench, loosen that, and unscrew it. And that's it right there. So I'll just go down through and do that now all the way to the end of the field. And then tomorrow, me and the guys will come through, throw it on the wagon, and then irrigation is done for the season. So I'm just getting home for the night. Got the irrigation pipe done for what I can do for tonight. Now I'm coming home. Sammy and I are gonna carve one of the biggest pumpkins we found in the field tonight in honor of Halloween being tomorrow. The sunset is really nice. Look how beautiful that is. Hopefully it's just as nice to the camera as it is in real life. It's like a red cast over everything. Not sure if this is where I'm gonna end the video or if this will be a continuation until tomorrow. But if it's gonna go to tomorrow, I'll see you in the morning. It's Thursday morning. Dad just headed off to market. Eric and I got down here to the cabbage field, kind of like we do almost every day. We're gonna pick a bin for tomorrow in Scranton on Friday. Mom's up there. She's got a couple crates and trays for herself, picking for the home farm market of the same cabbage and cauliflower. Eric's up in the bin, and we're about to get started. And I forgot my boots. This here is the flat Gunma cabbage. You can kind of see it's like more crinkly. I'm gonna move this pipe. Need help, Logan? I got it. Carry it up there. So we just got back with a bin of cabbage, mixture of Savoy, regular, red, and flat, which is right here. And so Mom's here now. She's loading up for the farm market. Just a good variety of everything. And then next, after Eric gets back with the eggplant, we're gonna head down with these green trays and get a load of cauliflower, around like 20 trays. So we're back down here now getting cauliflower. As you can see, right up the row, there's purple and white, all very big, ready to be picked. And it's the same thing here on the other side, but we have been picking this side really hard. It's basically clean from the end up to here, and from that end up to like right over there. The only problem is that this didn't get any rain when it was dry, and so the heads are a lot smaller. They're not quite as nice. Some of them actually rotted. So we're gonna let some of them go, but for the most part, and especially on this side over here, they're huge and beautiful. So we're just trying to pick the biggest and the ones that we think won't make it past the weekend, because we don't wanna see anything rot. like a fuzzy on the head.
Yeah.
After the cauliflower's finished up, we moved up here into the sweet corn. And so you can see how the corn looks. Obviously, it doesn't look the best, but the corn inside is what really matters, and that's what's beautiful. So if you rip that off the stalk, and sometimes it comes off very miserable, you can see how nice it is underneath. And it still has pretty good flavor, because I was just trying it. And so we're gonna get a bin, or actually we're in the process of getting a bin. It's just me and Eric. Like I said, Dad's off to market and Mom's setting up the farm market. And so it's kind of a slower process, but we're getting it done. We're also trying not to get some of the ears that look more frosted than others. Like some have a little bit of green on them, so that's the ones we're picking. Others are completely like brown or white, whatever you wanna call it. And we're trying to let those ones go. Almost done. Around 2 or 3 more to go. So we're done. We could get another tub or two, but I think that's gonna be enough. And also, I always hated corn, especially when it's green. Makes me very itchy. And now I thought it wouldn't be so bad because it's like yellow and dried, but I still want to scratch the skin off my body. So I told Eric we're done. It's gonna have to be good enough. So we're back here now to the shed. Mom and Francisco are in here washing just a little bit of everything. We had gourds, they're washing butternut, some spaghetti, potatoes. They had eggplant that the guys picked this morning. And so what I'm doing now is basketing up some of the butternut and spaghetti out of these bins just because we don't have any left in baskets, and this is what we got it for. It's so nice having this here in the shed. We don't have to go to the field. We can just pick them out here, put them right through the washer, and they're ready for market. There's a lot going on right now. I haven't been able to video as much as I would like to just because we've had so much going on. Marcus is in the barn right now pulling tables out from the garlic because they're gonna go in the greenhouse for the upcoming plant season. Francisco is in the high tunnel and the greenhouse, so just cleaning out weeds. We're gonna soon start cleaning out the tomatoes, so he's getting all that junk in the dump trailer. And then my mom and Eric are in the blue shed right now, just washing potatoes and other squash. I can't remember what business it was, but there was a big chain store going out, and I went and got these all for like $100. It was like a steal. And they work really well for plants and garlic. As for myself, I'm gonna be cleaning some onions. This time of year, we don't usually put them through the washer. We just shuck off the layer that is the loosest, and then just put the rest in a basket because like it's pretty clean already. Now these are starting to sprout, and I don't really know why that is because we let them dry down plenty. So it is what it is. I don't really know what will happen to that now, but my pap told me, don't pull this off, bring it to market just like that, and that's the way he's gonna sell it. So I'm gonna listen to what he says and see if he can sell them. The next day, I'm starting out cutting some Brussels sprouts. Probably bad enough. For those of you who don't know how Brussels sprouts grow, this is it right here. It takes a long time to grow Brussels sprouts. Unlike cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, all that kind of stuff. We plant these in our mid-season patch of cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. We grow 3 different patches. We grow an early, mid, and a late. The Brussels sprouts get planted in the mid-season. We then come through, harvest when it's ready, all the cabbage and cauliflower, broccoli, kohlrabi, collard greens. While we're harvesting, these Brussels sprouts are still growing in the mid-season. We then plant our late season, start our late season harvest of all the cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and then by that time, finally, these Brussels sprouts are ready. And as you can see here, this whole field is now mowed off besides the Brussels sprouts. That's the only thing left here. And so, once they grow to the size we want, we'll come through, cut them like you just seen, and then we pull all of the leaves off so that the Brussels sprouts are exposed. And that is it right there. We grow about 4 different kinds of Brussels sprouts. Certain kinds we like a lot better than others that we're not going to grow next year. The only problem is we don't exactly know what variety. We know what varieties we grew, but we don't know exactly where they're at in the field. And the problem with that is that we don't know which varieties performed the best. So now we got to go through and try and find our tags that we place throughout and figure out what's good and what's not. Every Brussels sprout is different. Some have bigger ones, some have smaller ones. But for the most part, this is a really nice Brussels sprout. Not a lot of bad ones. And like I was saying before, especially with the dry weather that we've had this year, we're lucky to be getting anything off of these at all.